In a move which is seen as a disproportionate attack on the Jewish state, the European Commission has issued a directive forbidding all 28 member countries from having dealings with Jewish communities or companies operating outside of the Green Line.
The Foreign Affairs Council at the end of last year in December underlined the importance of limiting the application of agreements with Israel to the territory of Israel that is recognized by the European Union, and specifically the Council conclusions say that all agreements between the State of Israel and the EU must explicitly indicate their inapplicability to the territories occupied by Israel in 1967.
Tell me why you are upset.
For different reasons. First of all, the peace negotiation have to happen between two parts, the Israeli and the Palestinian, and they have to decide together the border of the future Palestinian state. It's not up to the European Commission to do it unilaterally. And with those guidelines, it seems that the European Commission decide that the borders will be based on the Green Line, which again, it's not up to the European Commission to decide those borders. Besides that, when you see globally the region, in the north you have a bloody civil war in Syria, which is now spreading to Lebanon. On the west there is those riots which are shaking all Egypt today, which is a very unstable country. And on the east, above all, you have Iran, who is coming very close to the nuclear weapon. And in all this context, the only move which European Commission seems to be focused on is to introduce what appears to be a shameful boycott against the Israeli state, which is the only democratic country in the region which share the same Western European values. So it's a nonsense.
What's the European Jewish Congress's reaction to this?
Well, there are two things that we should say about this. Firstly, it's not new. It basically reinvigorates a policy which they brought forward in 2009, so it's not new. Secondly, we find it very worrying because at a time when the peace talks are being relaunched now under the sponsorship of the United States and with the support of the Quartet, we'd be looking for confidence-building measures from the European Union to start already trying to second-guess what the result of these negotiations is going to be when there is no agreement at all on what the final status will be for those areas. We regard as a very negative statement from the EU, and also puts into question their participation in these peace talks.
So you think that it's misguided and even damaging?
It's misguided and damaging, particularly at a time when we need the confidence-building measures, absolutely.
The European Commission has been asked to explain the reasons for this damaging decision, which is seen as pushing peace farther away than bringing it closer. This is Colin Stevens for JM1, the European Commission in Brussels.